I am a big believer in free market competition. This is why starting today, I can wholeheartedly endorse the Chinese electric cars over the American and the European breed. First of all, can you plebs car do this? I'm in the wild and need a fire for cooking. Who can provide that for me other than Chinese EVs?
开电车就有风险，先进手司机，是吧？主驾驶莫言莫真道。哎呀。
Bonus if it's a national holiday in your country because you can start a celebration anywhere, on the street, on the highway,
Oh my god！ 你吓到我了。
while charging.
我来了，这是下9点起的，你要看见我跟你。
Second, when I try to scam an insurance claim, you never want to be the toughest car in the class. You want to be the one that's going to look like a Porsche, crash like a papier-mâché toy, and you want to get something called the Xiaomi SU7.
是关中王来了。
Exhibit 1. This didn't even have a plate yet, and the biggest opportunity of insurance claims has already presented itself when it had a small face-to-face meeting with a Cadillac. And thirdly, if you don't care about switching a car every 3 years or bother leasing a vehicle, you can just buy a BYD. And they have this instant recycle value in the junk market. Once they crash, insurance can't even claim it because, well, it's gone.
就人应该在这。
我操！
It's so great for the recycling of the environment too, because instead of it leaking heavy metals into the water, rotting away in a parking lot somewhere, you can have it burn on the spot into natural decomposed components, recycled. BYD, burn your debt away. And number 4, we all know how beautiful something is, but usually beauty fades with time. So does the paint job on a car. Your wife forced you to buy a white car, right? Well, you hate it. You wanted a black car. Well, don't worry, Chinese EVs come with a 3 months paint fade guaranteed. You can easily go get an aftermarket paint job because wear and tear is included. And also, what a smoke show this is.
这个人真的是有点猛啊，还不拿过来。
我昨天着了。是啊。
Coming in at number 5, the most important benefit of a Chinese car is the anti-theft feature. This door cannot be unlocked from the outside. As you can see, this gentleman is demonstrating it. Now, it's not a defect, okay? It's a part of the function. It's a feature. In case you get robbed, just sit in the car tight because they will never be able to open it, even if you had the car unlocked.
你要干嘛？你要干嘛？
你要干嘛？
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 你为什么要抢我手机？
你为什么要？
你为什么要抢我手机？哎，干什么？干什么？你为什么要抢我手机？
Oh, as a bonus, this man who filmed the function even got a live demo with a woman acting as a robber. See here that they tried to take this man's phone away, and what a great reenactment. Also, in particular, I love this anti-terrorist features that's on some of the Chinese vehicles. Say you drive a Chinese car into a war zone, and while it's charging, what if a terrorist wants to plant a C4 on your car? Of course, this is a real scenario. Some people's got to worry about it. Well, don't worry, because the car itself will blow up before the terrorists get a chance to install the C4 and get rid of the problem for you. Such great design, very human. Number 6, road rage. Now, we all hate how some drivers in the US beep at you if you go slower than 85 miles per hour on the freeway, and I'm talking about New Jersey drivers. So China invented a self-defense mechanism in their cars. Now, as they are driving on the road, what's going to happen is fuel that's burning is going to get released slowly from the rear end of the car. And that's to deter the cars behind you from tailgating. So the released burning fuel is a great way to maintain those 2-second distance while keeping driving on the road a civilized behavior. And number 7, privacy and security. Now, we all know how there's been talks of the FBI or the CIA or the Mossad that they can hack into your device and get your history. And now things are happening where cars are getting smart. As we all know, the Chinese cars can become devices that store up a lot of information. Well, they came up with a great way to stop these foreign forces from gathering that info. And this can also happen anywhere because once the car detected, there's no way to stop it, okay? So be aware. When it approaches them, these for example, darn 5G towers that the radiation will, damage your cells, it's going to trigger it. Okay, just one of the scenarios. Now, since EVs are like walking information collecting devices, what if the Americans seized this Chinese-made car? Well, BYD has a built-in burning system that destroys evidence on the spot. Talk about being a fan of James Bond. Burn your device, as they call it. You can never get the info from us.
把这里边我这里边东西都烧了，1年半的车自动燃烧，就从这个地方中控台底下开始燃烧，今天给我烧成全部就这样了。
Coming in at number 8, another reason, okay, defense against the dark arts. Okay, they're Harry Potter lovers. Xiaomi loves this. They love to copy other things too, but this in particular is an innovation of copycat, okay? So one of the new components of unique Chinese cars is their self-driving systems that are so much better than the FSD from Tesla in their unique ways, okay? Not the other functional stuff, but the unique stuff. Instead of evading oncoming traffic and pedestrians, Xiaomi system does what's called defensive driving. It will remove any threat that the system deems to be approaching the driver and will aggressively maneuver past them to destroy the threat. Talk about human designs. This is like everybody has a Batmobile. Like, that's how good it is. Also, there's a function on some EVs where the accelerator pedal, not the gas pedal of course, they will break after about 20 days.
这是这个 ES8 最新款2024款的 ES8啊，出了一个就是这么严重的问题，就这个踏板今天就坏了。 油门踏板坏了，然后嘎啦嘎啦响，打开之后才看见是用这种塑料，就这么细，可能还不如一次性筷子粗，比一次性筷子还要细，就这么一个，这儿就断了。
And the reason is not because they're bad or it's a defect. The reason is this will allow you to never exceed the speed limit. What a human design! What a great feature! Now, what if Google made a self-driving car? Well, you don't have to imagine that because China's Google, Baidu, has already done it. This new function is what I like to call Flowrida. Coming at number 9, the reason to buy Chinese cars, reproductive rights. Yes, you heard that right. Robots' lives matters too. This EV gave birth after 50,000 miles on the road. It's a sustainability feature where instead of producing them in a factory, they're now naturally giving birth to smaller EV ponies on the road. And these SUV ponies grow up so fast. Before you know it, first they start out as a small engine. In just a few miles, they become full-fledged cars that can also take on riders onto the road as well. And reason number 10, safety braking feature. So you know how some cars, nowadays they have so many of these like system brake detection or car coming, they beep and stuff, right? So many safety features. But I really think they're so bad in comparison to what China has invented. You know how some table saw now have this function, if your finger touches it, it will actually go down and it will stop, right? To prevent any injuries. Well, Chinese cars have this function where you need to stop your front wheel and the struts, they literally just snap, okay? Giving you an instant full stop.
Oh my god， 你吓到我了，你的品味配不上我。
Look at that. It's expensive, but life-saving. Number 11, the reason of why you need to buy a Chinese car, ease of use. This one I really appreciate because when you go run errands or, you got to spend a few hours on the road and you're constantly stopping, especially the fact that if you need to go to a few places and you're constantly getting in and out of the car, these Chinese EVs solved that problem for you with the automatic door unlocking feature. And they sort of just bounce open and they never fully close so that you don't have to go out your way to grab the door, push on the door handle, pull on the door handle, or use any strength to go in and out of your car. It's super useful.
玄武抽射。
Number 12, I love this one. Okay, this is what I call peak human design. Picture this, you have 4 people in your car, you guys just grab coffee from Starbucks, maybe at a drive-thru, who knows, okay? But an awkward moment strikes when you have an existing water bottle in one of the front cup holders already, and you have your own coffee cup, right? You gotta fit that in the holder because you're the driver, so you're driving, you gotta have both hands on the wheel. Now, your shotgun buddy, he has no place to put their coffee now, but no worries. This is what China has invented, okay? The emergency third cup holder. Just smash down on the entertainment dial and a new coffee hole will appear right in the middle. It's so perfect. They thought of everything. So that is almost 13 reasons why I would love for you to, and I'm wholeheartedly endorsing you for this new adventure that you will enjoy inside a Chinese electric car. Thank you very much for watching.